Artie's Comedy Corner, Melbourne documentary, Scene 1, Take 1. Hi, welcome to Artie's Comedy Corner. Today I got a very special surprise for you. It's going to be a documentary on the city of Melbourne. Melbourne, Florida has a lot of history. It's one of the first post offices in Florida was harbored here, and what I mean by harbored is literally harbored. It was harbored here because the U.S. mail had to come here on boats to the Melbourne harbor to deliver the mail to the local people. So that's kind of interesting. Also, it's the one of the first houses was ever built in Melbourne. It was called the Rossiter House. The Rossiter House was built in 1885, and it wasn't necessarily deemed a house then. It was more of a log cabin. And what they did at that time was, unfortunately, they had 15 slaves in several of the existing cabins around that area. So it was almost considered a campsite. And but the main log cabin was the family that built the house, and they owned the slaves. The house, as it stands now, was built in 1901. And that was bought by a fellow, built by a fellow known as Rossiter. And the house as it existed then still stands now, and they give tours. And Melbourne documentary, Scene 2, Take 2. Sorry about that. There was a little noise confusion there. I'm not only the producer, I'm the director, writer, and camera operator all at the same time. So this is a very difficult thing for me to do. And I almost forgot where I left off. But the reason why I'm out here is because I'm nursing a hurt leg back to health. I hurt my leg some time ago. Actually, I didn't hurt it. Someone else did. But I won't go too deep into that story. But for whatever reason, the injury came back, and I kind of walk around on it a little bit to see if I can improve the functionality of my leg again. But so Melbourne was one of the first towns along the Indian River there that had a post office. And like I said, all the mail would come down in boats because that was the fastest means of delivering the mail. Besides that, there was no real roads. There might have been a few dirt roads around, but there was no real roads there back then. And those came along in the early 1910s. And then the road system really developed in the 1920s. But another reason why I'm doing this video is because, and it may be posted on YouTube and it may become a docu-series, because I would like to go down to the harbor and do another one. But Melbourne, Florida was also the birthplace of Jim Morrison. He was a famous musician, he was a poet, and he was a screenwriter. He went to UCLA and completed his degree in dramatic arts in 1965, which was kind of strange looking back now.